Greetings, folks. My name is Ronnie. I'm a part-time seller of many stuff and things on a little website called eBay. And in today's video, it's a long time coming. I've been collecting sealed Pokemon product since about April of 2022. And I'm going to dig into my spreadsheet and really crack down on the numbers and see how have I done since that time. It's been almost 6 months since I've started this journey. So it's a good opportunity for me to get into that spreadsheet, see how the numbers are adding up, and to share that information with you fine people. So join me, won't you? Alrighty, so what we're looking at here is my spreadsheet extravaganza of craziness. Every time I buy a sealed Pokemon product and I store it away for investment purposes, I have added it to this list. So in order, this is the stuff that I've added. So I only had a couple of things in April, and it looks like some of it's even like a little bit out of order because of just the way that it got added to the spreadsheet. There is some sports cards that I purchased the year before, but for the most part, especially the Pokemon stuff, this is like April 2022 to present day, which is September 2022 as of the time of the recording. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these things on the list. Just know that I've gone through and I've kind of cherry picked a couple of items that I want to talk about. Some of them were huge wins, some of them were huge losses, but just kind of things that I noticed as I went through and I looked at, well, did I gain money? Did I lose money? Where were we at on all of that? So first one up on the list that I want to talk about, 2020 NFL Contenders Blaster Box. It looks like that. This was an incredible year for football. Draft picks, we had Justin Herbert, we had Joe Burrow, we had Tua. Yeah, like it was a really good year for draft picks. So sealed cards from this year especially are doing incredibly well. I had two of these Contenders Blasters, which are like lower tier as far as football cards go for sure. Like you want to be looking at Prism, Mosaic, Optic. Those are like the big three in the sports world. Contenders is like way down there on the list. But even that, I think, you know, in large part to the power of that draft class, I picked up two of them, and currently they're selling on eBay for $70. I picked up each one of them for $30. So that's a really nice gain in just really a year's time of holding on to those. So that's a nice one to get us started off with. Continuing that same trend, 2020 NFL Select. Had Aaron Rodgers on the cover there. This was a $20 at retail box. I paid $30 for it on the aftermarket. It's worth $65 right now. So Mosaic, definitely top tier. Once again, Prism, Optic, if you can grab those, especially if you can get a really good draft class year, you're probably going to be able to hang on to those and do really well. I'm learning. On the other side of things, we've got this Topps Heritage Baseball Mega Box. This is the only one of the baseball cards that's doing any good for me at all. I think that there was probably like some memorabilia cards. Originally paid $40 for this box, and it's selling currently for $65. The only reason that I picked it up is because I picked it up at the height of the pandemic when there were just no cards to be found, and I was just amazed that I could actually find sports cards out in the wild. So I bought them, and regrets initially, but it turned out okay. But whenever we take a look at some of the other baseball products, we've got a blaster here. We've lost money there. We've got an opening day box. We've gained $1. We've got a Topps Heritage hanger box. It has lost $3. So, I mean, that Topps Heritage, like lower tier for sure. It is interesting that the mega box has grown as much as it has. I don't follow baseball. I don't know if there were any big rookies that year, but baseball is definitely not something that I am looking to pick up anytime moving forward. Just not my thing. Just don't have really the knowledge set for it. So scrolling on down the list here, we've got the worst thing that I've probably ever invested in my life. Once again, FOMO got me. The height of the pandemic, I picked up, I think, 5 of these NBA Mosaic mega boxes. Zion hype was huge. Ja Morant was like kind of sort of coming up and people were being aware of him. Like he's humongous now. So that's kind of interesting that these boxes are not doing well with two pretty big named rookies in there. I paid $215 a box. $215 a box. And I think retail was like $50. So yeah, I definitely got my lunch ate on these. They're currently selling for $120. So if you paid retail, you'd be doing great. But if you're an idiot like me and you paid $215 a box, you're hurting to the tune of like almost $400. So that's definitely like the worst investment I've ever had in my life. I'm just going to keep them sealed, see what happens. I think I'd be dumb to sell them now and lose 50% of my money, because I think hopefully at this point, Zion, they continue kind of on their upward trajectory, have fantastic careers, win some championships, and maybe someday, 20 years down the line, I can recoup my initial investment. I did rip one of those boxes, so that's why I said I bought 5 and I've only got 4 here. So that's the thing. And that's also the thing with card investing, right? You've got all this sealed product sitting around and you're just wondering, like, what's in there? What could possibly be in there? Like, if I rip this open, am I going to find treasure? Am I going to be able to flip all these cards? So it takes a lot of willpower in order to not rip open all these boxes. I'm pretty good at that so far. I mean, it does help that I've got other product that's coming in and that I can rip, and I can just kind of keep these stashed away. But I think that's also a good thing about looking at the financials of this as an investor, like which ones are doing well, what do I need to be on the lookout in the future for picking up, and what kinds of things do I need to avoid. So this has been a really good exercise for me, and hopefully you guys are getting some good info out of it as well. These Astral Radiance Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, I paid $50 for them. Currently, the market value is $68, and I'm using TCG Player to get that market value, which is kind of odd because they are still available on the Pokemon Center website. But I think that these are things that I want to max out the number that I can get for my investment portfolio. These are only available through Pokemon Center online, and they're only available for a limited amount of time. There's not a huge case study on these, like there isn't other ones that we can look at and say, oh yeah, look at these, they've done so well. Really the only ones that they've done the Elite Trainer Box Pokemon Center exclusive, I think is Evolving Skies. And Evolving Skies is kind of its own monster. It's an incredible set. It's done really, really well, even still while it's printing out. But these Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, they print them, they do pre-orders for them, and then they sell out of the pre-orders, and then it seems like they come back in stock, and then whatever it is that they come back in stock with, after those are gone, then it's done. Whereas something like any one of these other modern sets, like Shining Fates, it got an initial print, it sold out or whatever, and then it came back, and it came back, and it came back, and so they keep reprinting the regular Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. That's maybe not a good example because there's not a Pokemon Center exclusive one. Like looking at Astral Radiance, this is the one that I've picked up quite a few of. They're only going to print so many of the exclusive ones initially to be sold on the Pokemon Center website. Once those go out of stock, they're not going to reprint those. The regular Astral Radiance Elite Trainer box that you can find in all the big box stores, Walmart, Target, it's just everywhere for like $28 right now. Those will continue to be reprinted over and over and over throughout the next probably year or more, it seems, if history repeats itself. Whereas the Pokemon Center ones just don't. And really, there's not really that much exclusive stuff in there. So it kind of makes me wonder if this is like a good investment or not. You get 2 extra packs. You get some exclusive like metal counter dice, and normally the dice are plastic. You get a metal coin, which is not included in the regular Elite Trainer box. And the artwork is a little bit different on the front of the box, and the card sleeves are a little bit different. And I guess the dividers are a little bit different. But other than that, it's the same thing. So I like store exclusives. Usually exclusives means future profit. So this is kind of a work in progress. We will see how it goes, and I'll be interested to see how this trends over time. But at least for now, for whatever reason, it's selling for $68 on the aftermarket, even though it's still available for retail price on Pokemon Center. Go figure. Next one we want to look at, Lance's Charizard V-Box. The reason that I highlighted this one, it's doing well for me. I picked up, I think, 5 of these for around $25 is like what I kind of rounded it up to, because I paid $20 for some and $30 for some, so I was like, $25. But I got 5 of them, and the current market value on them is $45. So already a gain of $20. Celebrations is basically retired now at this point. There's not any of it out and about that I've seen within the last probably 3 months. And especially anything with that big orange lizard on it is apparently going to do well in the world of sealed Pokemon investments. I'm not crazy about these V-boxes. Storage, they're kind of a pain. I think shipping someday, they're going to be more kind of a pain. So I won't look to pick up tons and tons of these V-boxes unless they feature a big-time character. So a Charizard, a Gengar, any evolutions, those kinds of characters. Then I think that they're, you know, like pretty solid pickups, and they're worth the extra hassle for storage and for shipping. Evolving Skies, the booster box. This thing is just redonkulous. There was a reprint of it back at the end of July, and those booster boxes got gobbled up real quick. They were being sold to Pokemon sellers, like people that have card shops, at $125 a box. Usually an ETB is, or not an ETB, but a booster box is sold to a Pokemon vendor for around $80, and they'll sell them for $90 to $100 to make $10 to $20 per box. The distributors knew that Evolving Skies was a huge set and that the reprint was not that big, so they wound up upping the fee, and they sold them to these Pokemon vendors for $125, which meant that they were immediately going on the market for about $140, which is what MSRP is. I was super lucky. I picked a box of these up for about $111. It was Beckett Castle deal of the day. They had an Evolving Skies booster box and a Astral Radiance booster box for $222. So I scooped that up quick, fast, and in a hurry. My gosh, I wish I would have ordered more, because right now this booster box cannot be sold or cannot be found for less than $193. That is the absolute rock bottom price on this. So that is a quick $80 in my pocket, and we're just going to hang on to it and see where it goes. If you look at the price, it started to flatline a little bit, so people are not continuing to push and push and push and go and pay above $200 for this booster box. So it'll be interesting. Maybe we've reached the sky on Evolving Skies, but we'll keep an eye on it and see where it goes. I feel good with my position in it as it stands right now anyway. Last item I want to talk about is the Marshadow box. I was lucky enough to pick this up on a Whatnot auction for $39, brand new, sealed. It is currently being sold. I think the cheapest listing is $62 for that Marshadow box. I don't know anything about this. It looked old. I looked it up while I was in the auction. It looked like there was profit to be made. Pulled the trigger on it, and now I've already made 20 bucks on it. So once again, if you're not on Whatnot, I'm going to leave a link down in the description that is my referral link on Whatnot. You can get $10 for signing up. I get 10 bucks. Win-win. Everybody's happy. You get great deals, and it's just a lot of fun to buy cards on there. So as an overview, a summary, I've gone through and I've highlighted. So like the green means that we've increased in profit, the red means that we have declined in profit, and the white means we've stayed the same. So in summary, we had 18 downward trending products and we had 52 upward trending products. So roughly a ratio of 2 to 3. Going in the good way. So like if you were looking at an investment portfolio, I think that sounds good, right? Like I'm picking winners the majority of the time. And I think if we look back on this page as we've gone on, like especially this last kind of third right here, all of my investments that I've invested in since July have done really, really well, other than one. And whenever we go back up here to the top, you see a lot more red towards the top whenever I was kind of getting my feet wet, figuring things out, and dabbling in these darn sports cards whenever they couldn't be found in Fortnite, for crying out loud. You don't have to buy it just because it's on the shelf. So original total cost for all of the goods was $6,114.49. Our total value right now, $7,299.62. That feels pretty good. That's a 19.3823% increase in just about 6 months worth of buying and investing and sitting on these products. So I will plan on doing another check-in here in a couple of months, and we will see where that number goes. All right, folks, that's going to wrap up this video. I hope that you found lots of good information within there. Big time fan of the Pokemon card collecting. I love opening. I love keeping stuff sealed. Leave me a comment down below. What do you think I need to be targeting? What do you think I need to stay away from? If you could have any one item within my sealed collection, what would it be? I'm interested. Let me know in the comments. Appreciate y'all. Happy buying, happy selling, happy collecting. Peace out. Oh yeah, by the way, new Gengar shirt. Just got it on the Pokemon Center. It came in. I've been wanting to wear it. This was the opportunity. I did it. Yay! See you guys.